It's the Jen Show. All right, today somebody I am super excited to interview. He is a DJ, he's a promoter, just a cool guy in general. Johan Collins, welcome to the Jen Show.
What's up? Glad to be here.
You're welcome. I said you're welcome, even though you didn't say thank you. You said glad to be here, but you know, we're going to roll with that.
Thank you.
All right, man. So I want to start out with, are you from Springfield?
No.
I did not think so.
I'm not from Springfield.
All right, so let's get a real quick, like if we wrote in ChatGPT, like backstory in 1 minute, what would you say is your backstory of getting to Springfield?
That's
the life prior.
That's an interesting. Yeah.
That's not going to be an easy.
Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah, that's. I mean,
we can expand it to two.
I'll do one real quick. Lived in Louisiana my whole life growing up. Met a girl. That's what it always is. Moved to Springfield. Took a Greyhound bus to Springfield. Knew one person, which is the girl that I came up here with, and that's why I'm here.
Wow.
There you go.
How long have you been here?
Going on 27 years.
Wow. Okay.
I have 2 kids, and that's the reason why I'm still here.
Same.
In the process.
Same, because having a daughter that like she needs to see her dad who's here as well. So for the next few years, we're in Springfield, and I'm fine with that. I've been here I think about 12 years. Okay. I was not a fan when I first moved here. I was just like, wow, that's a lot of Jeep Wranglers, and like, wow, that's a lot of white people.
Kind of wow.
Yeah,
where are you from?
I am from Oklahoma, which
whiter, it seems like.
It actually is not. I thought, I came here from Tulsa, and I did not think Tulsa was diverse until I moved here.
Tulsa's got some culture.
Turns out it does. Yes, and it's artistic. But here's the thing: Springfield has its stuff as well. You just have to a little more know where you're looking.
You got to find it.
Yep.
You really got to find it. When I moved here, and we'll get into all that, but when I moved here, there was nothing I wanted to do, so I really just created, and that's probably a question you're going to ask me, and I just created a world that I live in that I enjoy. Yeah,
it definitely is, because you do something being a promoter that I am fascinated with. That's just a very, very unique world. You're actually the first person I've ever known that does that, and it's just a very necessary cog in the wheel that I don't think the average person knows what you do. And I have a feeling that the average person just kind of thinks like, well, I just holler at the top of their lungs that a concert's coming to town.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I feel like there's probably a couple more steps in that.
Yeah, there's a lot of steps.
All right, so let's talk about first, how did you get into music? Because I know you're a DJ as well. Was that the beginning part of getting into music?
No, I mean, I've always been into music, but I lived close to New Orleans, and so I had all the things that I needed in New Orleans. All the shows, every show that you could think of was always there. Jazz to electronic to hip hop to 504 Boys to Freebase Society to just all these different things that were there. It was a lot of culture where we're from, and
for sure,
yeah, a lot more than here. And so when I moved to Springfield, it was a lacking of all those things. I was like, yo, there's no way that I can live here and not get down to what I like. Yeah. And there was no one really doing what I liked.
So what was that when you first moved here? What was specifically like what you were into that was missing?
The electronic music scene.
Okay.
That was a big deal. And also the rap scene. Both of those things were, I mean, there's a couple people that did a couple things, and I don't want to go in here and shit on anyone, but there was a couple people that did a couple things, and it just wasn't what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
On both sides, the rap and the electronic.
Yeah, I know you. I saw a picture of you wearing a shirt that said "Rap sucks."
I love rap.
I know.
It's so tight.
But you are kind of a troll.
1,000%.
Yeah. And anybody that does, they're going to be like, that was a rude thing to say.
No.
He knows what I mean.
It's real.
Because you have fooled me multiple times with your AI stuff.
That's
you want to know when you really fooled me was the morning news story that came here, and you were in the background holding the poster.
Yo, just trying to promo.
I thought that's genius that he went there and did that. Yeah. And then it was like, oh.
Did not do that.
They probably would have caught you on
totally
that one.
Did not do that.
Anyway, so when you moved here, you didn't see a scene that you liked. How long have you been promoting here?
So I moved here 2000. And so 2002 I started.
Okay.
2002 I started.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
When Soulja Boy came,
That was me.
that's what I thought. That show was
super
poppin'.
sick. Yeah, it was super cool.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that went to that, and I've followed him on Instagram for years, and he is an entertaining character. All right, let's go to, I just want to, let's just go straight to, tell me what is it to be a promoter, and like, not how you get into it, but what is that job? Like, let's define it.
Well, a promoter is someone that promotes shows, obviously, and knows the market, knows, the people that live here, knows the demographic, which is the people that live here, knows, from rap to country to metal to Christian to rave to.
So you promote all those different things.
Them.
Okay.
I mean, I run the Regency booking. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
But I do all the.
I didn't know if you did all of it. I knew you did like most of it, but I wasn't sure if it was everything.
I do all the booking at the Regency, and with Midwest Live. That's my main gig now, and I really enjoy it. And it's just in Springfield, it's really hard to do. It's really hard because there's, as you said earlier, there's not a lot of culture here.
Right. Because like Tulsa had Kane's Ballroom, okay?
Which is cool.
And it brought this like
Super
mid-size artist that was always
before
like
the Box Center.
Yep. And it was like seeing that venue run was just like, wow, okay, I know what it's like to just have this really successful room that just can support anything.
Yeah.
That's not what's here.
No, there's not.
There's no Kane's Ballroom
and
here.
For the longest time, we didn't have that.
Yeah.
For the longest time, we had the Outland.
Mm-hmm.
Are you familiar?
Where is
that? Are you familiar with the Outland?
I know the name, but I don't know if I've ever been there or was there.
So you was here 12 years? You've been here for 12 years? So the Outland was like the staple of that.
Okay.
Like, it was the mecca of culture in Springfield. You kind of had to know about it.
Mm-hmm.
And
where is it?
So you know where our house is at? You know where the Boogie's at?
Yeah.
Right across the street.
Okay,
from Boogie.
that's what I thought it was.
That whole complex.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
It used to be 3 rooms. It used to be the Outland.
And you could book for each room?
I booked for all 3. And it was really cool. It was super cool. Then COVID happened and it went on there. That's a whole long story that we went through. But I found the backer.
Wow, man. I didn't even think about for your profession.
Gone. That was the worst time.
Wow.
The worst time. Well, I did marketing. Thank God I had another job at that time. And I did marketing for USA Today Network. That's probably why I'm so good at my job.
USA Today?
Yeah. I did that for 7-8 years.
I didn't kind of know that.
Yeah, there's no reason for anyone to know that.
Yeah.
I kept that off the books. That was 2 separate worlds. I don't do that anymore. I'm just full-time
Still, it's very applicable to what you do.
Yeah. It taught me how to run ads. It taught me how to do a lot of shit. You can't, now I make it look real easy because everything I do is really cool and fun. And everyone's like, oh my God, I just want to do what Johan does. But the realness of it is, man, I've been doing this shit for 26 years and it hasn't been that easy.
Yeah.
I had other jobs. I've been through so many relationships because they're like, yo, you just never come home. And it's just like part of what it is,
I actually think that's probably the most common thing that everybody I've had on here does is things where you're not going to get the payoff immediately and you have to do it for the love of the game. Then hopefully that's down the line, but you can't even do it just for that goal down the line.
No, you can't.
You have to actually like it and want to do it.
You don't even see that.
Yep. Jamie was on here last time from Jamie Shoes. Love
Shout out Jamie Shoes.
Yeah, shout out to him. He, that's another business that people think just like, you just swing by a few garage sales.
We've been doing that shit for a long time.
All day, every day.
All day.
Yeah.
He does some crazy extra shit.
Yes, absolutely. So you started in marketing kind of. Is that where...
I didn't start in marketing. I was always in sales when I first moved here. I'm really good at sales, and every single agent that I talk to, it's a sale because no one wants to come to Springfield, Missouri.
Yeah,
unfortunately, sorry, nobody wants to come to Springfield, Missouri. So like, I literally beg these agents, still to this day, actually, even though we sold out a bunch of shows and we're doing really cool shit. We have 1,000 cap room, and it's really cool every day. My job is to sell agents on why would their artist want to play a D market, because that's what we are.
That's what we are.
We're a D market. Tulsa is also probably a C market.
Yeah, I would think it would be C.
Yeah, and St. Louis and Kansas City, C markets.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and then what would be a B market? Probably like
B market, maybe
Chicago.
No,
That's
like L.A. is A. Mm-hmm. Obviously, New York, Chicago A, Austin A, Houston probably B.
Austin is an A. Wow.
Oh yeah, Austin's the man.
I mean,
Mecca,
it makes sense now that you say
Mecca
it.
Of music,
they even have
man.
F1 there.
Mecca of music. Yeah. There's so many cool venues there. So many, everyone goes there. South by Southwest, and that's where there's so many. I don't know where you want to go with this, but there's so many ways that we can go with this podcast. So you just lead the way, and I'll just follow.
Yeah. So we're a D market. So basically, you started out kind of in sales, which still makes sense. When did the marketing come in? Because that's obviously, I would think, the other skill of the two.
I started doing marketing probably like 10 years ago.
Okay.
10 years ago. And we started, learning the marketing side. Sales and marketing, they go hand in hand because you got to sell people to do the marketing. So it's kind of, a double-edged sword for that. And just really got into that. I really like to sell. And what I do now still is a sell.
Well,
it's a big sell. It really is, because I have to convince these artists, these agents, that we are at least a C plus with me here. And I feel that me being here and having so much, man, I was just on an email chain. I was like, man, this name sounds really familiar. And I looked up on my email, because I have my same email from Yahoo when I first started the shit. Now I have a different email, but I went back to my old email and was like, yo, let me look at this. It was like 2006. It was an agent that I dealt with that was in a way different role than what he was in. He's like, Johan, this is Johan Collins. I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh my God, do you remember me? I'm like, no, but now I do. So I looked him up, but it's just like, just really doing this stuff for such a long time and really, grinding it out, man. Just keep grinding it out. And that's how we got to where we're at now, man. And I noticed there wasn't a big rap scene in Springfield, and there was no one doing rap because there was a lot of people that were racist here. Go figure. But we won't even go there. But there was a lot of people that were racist here, and a lot of club owners, a lot of venues are like, dude, we don't want them in our venue because they cause this and this and this. And
I have been told that about like DJing. They don't want a DJ because they don't want that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I can fully imagine you get people saying it about a rap show.
Yo, rap is crazy. I mean, I've been doing rap for a long time as well, and I think it's one of my favorites because it's such a culture. Like, when we doing these sold out shows, there's like, the line's cool. Everyone's having a good time. One time we had a barber in line cutting people's hair. It's just a culture that no one does in Springfield, that it's forgot about because of where we're at, and a lot of venues don't allow. Regency, we're full on. We're full on any genre. Our security, our staff, we're all prepared for it. And so I really feel that all the artists, the rappers, the local rappers and all that, they really realize that they can't mess this up, because if they mess up with me, then I'll never do rap again, and it's over. So everyone's cool at our venue, and there's no problems. So it's really cool. So
to go back to something you were saying, it's like I have realized in the last, I don't know, maybe year of my life that most things come back to sales, as far as like, especially if you want to be an entrepreneur on any level,
anything,
because it's like, if I'm going to DJ somewhere, even I can have somebody say, hey, we had him do our wedding and it was amazing, you should have him do yours, and then still want me to like get reviews and send it to them, when it's like, they reviewed it when they suggest it. But it just, if I'm, writing a jingle for somebody, I have to send them other ones, and it's fine. It's just, it is all sales. You're just nailing it. That is everything.
Sales, man. Life. My first sales job was, I worked at MCI, and I sold long distance. That's what I did in 2000. And I was crazy at it. I didn't even know I was good at it. I was just really good at it. And I was a natural. I didn't go to school for it. It wasn't what I went to school for. I just literally killed it. I was just really good at it.
So have you always had this vibe as far as just like, I am who I am?
Yeah, man. I've always been, I was looking back at some pictures when I was in high school. I've always been this dude, like I had like polyester pants. My parents weren't rich or anything. and they would give us like $200 to go school shopping. That's it. That's not a lot of money.
Jamie told a story like this.
$200 to go school shopping, and I would just go to thrift stores in New Orleans, and I would get polyester pants and old shoes, and that's just that's who I've always been. That's just what it's been always.
But see, you're my kind of people. I instantly see that. I'm like, oh, they're being themselves, and you can't go wrong for me. Man. I like anybody that's like keeping it real. It's that simple.
I mean, this is just what it is. You know, this is not a front. This is who I am 24/7. You know, I've been in Springfield for this long. My son's graduating this year. That's super emotional. You catch me at an emotional time in my life. And my daughter graduated. She's in college 3 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And so,
you're empty nest.
Yeah. So you're catching me at a real emo time in my life, man, where it's times to like figure out what I'm going to do next, you know? And that's kind of where we're at right now.
All right. So I have a good way of. All right. So let's go through, because promoting, I'm telling you, man, even still talking to you right now, I'm like, I don't exactly know the skill. So let's talk. Say you're bringing. I'm not. 3-6 Mafia is coming.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's going to be super
That's crazy. But let's go back to, all right, let's go with Ski Mask, who is here.
Yeah.
Tell me about what is that process like, from the beginning to the end?
So just to give you a quick backstory, from 2001 to 2006 or 7, I like sent thousands of emails to different agencies, to different people, and got nothing in return. Literally, this is no joke. And I'm like, yo, what in the world? We should be able to book some of these artists. Like, we got the money, we got the funds. It's like, and no response at all.
And this was you emailing their management?
Before Spotify, before Facebook, it was like, me emailing their management and their agent, finding who their agencies were, which was Windish and Paradigm. I think Paradigm was one of them. They're all different things now. AM only. I mean, now they change every single year. It seems like every couple of years, especially COVID, everything switched. So
you're emailing them,
emailing the agents, man, nonstop, getting nothing in return. So I went down. I was like, we gotta figure something out. I know that we have a cool venue, and we gotta bring some artists here. And the way I got in, and this is crazy, I went down to South by Southwest, Austin. And I started my own party with a couple of my friends in Austin, and we made it the largest unofficial showcase in Austin for 12 years.
Wow.
And it's just not a brag. I don't even brag. It's not even like that. No. But really, it really was insane.
That's insane, especially at a place you don't even live.
It was crazy. We owned the entire market. Everybody wanted to play our party. You can look it up. It's called Lose Control, South by Southwest, ATX. And we had a couple partners, and we just did some really cool marketing, and it became like a huge deal.
Yeah.
And I met all these people in person, and they're like, "Yo, where are you from?" They're like, "I'm like Springfield, Missouri." Like, what? Where's that? That's exactly what they said. And but what happened? What that did was put me in contact with all these people with emails and business cards, and it really opened the door to not a lot, but enough to start.
Yeah.
Enough to like get the ball rolling. I'm like, okay, now I know this guy.
Meeting somebody in person is so different.
We met in Austin. You know? I'm the guy that you were like, yo, what part of LA you from? Like, I'm like, way, way, way east. Way east LA. Completely east LA. Southeast, actually. And yeah, so it was kind of, it's been a long process. It really has been. And we're just getting to the point where we can do really big things, and it's really cool. Go back
to okay, so you said you were sending out emails, not getting anything, then you had this party, and all of a sudden you start meeting people. So go back to the Ski Mask thing about like how does that work from the beginning to the end?
So it's all like connections, you know, they all connect, just like everything connects. You know, you do a good show for someone, and you just keep doing good shows, and like, oh yeah, Springfield was a good show. Like, wow, we didn't even know it was even existed, and it was a good show. And then they start talking, and you start meeting people, and you start meeting managers, and you start meeting things, and then you meet the 3-6 Mafia manager. It just kind of all kind of plays in, man. You know, you meet the agents of, you meet Billie Eilish agent, you meet all these people that you probably shouldn't even meet, but you meet them because you're doing something really cool and they want what you have. They're like, yo, we want our artists to play there. So the whole concept was in Austin was all these people from all over the world, they come down to in Austin, Texas, and they play a lame ass showcase in the middle of the daytime. And that's it. They play one or two and that's it. That's it. And they're done. They fly all the way here. And man, back in that era that you're talking about, you would take that and get there just for the hope. Like that was 1,000%.
For a 2 p.m. show at the smallest bar on the
1,000%.
Yep.
And so I noticed that the first time I went down there to scope it out, I was like, yo, there's a huge need. These artists are playing like one or two shows in the middle of the day and no one cares. And they're incredible artists. I was like, let's come back next year at this bar and let's do this. And it was insane. It was crazy. It was called Lose Control. I mean, I had Drew Barrymore in there. It was crazy. Drew Barrymore was in there. What's the dude that runs? Is it Lance Armstrong? I don't want to sound stupid. Is that the dude that runs?
No, he's the biker.
That's him. That's the biker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Lance Armstrong.
They got in trouble for all the...
Michael Cera. Yeah. They were all in our party. I'm like, yo, this is a little bitty party. But it was just a hype. It was just a hype of where it was, and it was like kind of like off the beaten path. It wasn't on 6th Street. It was on 7th Street or 5th Street. And we just built this whole thing, and it was really cool. And a lot of people don't even know this story, so that's why I'm even saying it. And it just opened up the doors to like everything. And we started doing this South by Southwest every year, and it became like a huge deal. Like we got big sponsors. We got Spotify. We had Tinder. We had before Tinder was right when it started actually. We had SoundCloud. We had K-Swiss. I mean, it's a bunch of different people that wanted to be a part of it. Mm-hmm. And it was cool, man. We had Doja Cat play. Doja Cat played a set. She only had one song, and she played that one song like 3 times in the middle of the daytime at our showcase.
Was it the Cow song?
No, it was before that.
Before that, even?
You Got Me So High. It's her first song she ever made. It's an
gotcha.
incredible song. Probably my favorite, actually. But it just brought a lot of cool connections. A lot of cool connections that I would have never got just staying in Springfield.
But go back. I'm going to lead you back to the question though again.
Ski Mask?
Yeah. So just what would that be? Just like
Ski Mask. So Ski Mask is more of like they don't do any shows.
Okay.
Like without people they don't know.
Because he's more of like a streamer now.
Yeah,
right?
He's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
He's like really like streamer, and he's kind of crazy when it comes to like who he's booking for, and what shows he's playing. And so Ski Mask was really like a connection deal. Like I knew his agent.
Okay.
I also knew his friends, his good friends.
Okay.
And so it was like, yo, let's do this show.
Okay.
We'll do it in Omaha because we did it in Omaha. We'll do it in Chicago. Let's just do it and let's make it happen. And it was just connections, throughout the years. Without the connections, that would have never.
How far in advance did you book it? Because that's what I'm a little unsure of is how far you usually are.
It just depends. Like, the 3-6 Mafia is in November.
Right.
So like that's usually like probably 3 months.
Okay.
3 months is a good enough time. At 3 to 4 months is a good enough time to get the marketing and get everything, the contracts. And
so you book him. Do you have to like pay them out front?
Yeah, you got to pay half of it.
Okay, that's what I figured.
You get 50% deposit.
50%. So then you get them coming here. So from the time you like book it for this next 3 months, what is essentially your goal and how do you like go about that? We'll just use this one as an example.
We're talking about 3-6 or?
No, let's go back to Ski Mask just because that one has already fully existed.
Yeah, so Ski Mask was, it was we did Trippie Redd before. And we did Little Skies, and both of them did really well. That sad rap.
Yeah, that was from
does
like
really
what,
good in Springfield.
2015.
Does really
16?
good in Springfield.
Yeah.
Apparently, that everybody's sad.
Juice WRLD was like the king of that era,
and he was best friends with Juice WRLD.
Yeah,
which Ski Mask, and he was him and XXX,
Lil Pump.
There was all like
it was
homies.
this era,
and they were called Members Only. That's what they were called. And he's one of the only ones alive. Him and Trippie are the only ones alive. And Trippie Redd, that's a crazy story. Trippie Redd, we had 1 week to do the show because my buddy, this is all connections. My buddy does all the college stuff in Arkansas, and he's like, "Yo, I got Trippie Redd. It'll do really well. if you want to do it. I'm like, bro, it's like 2 weeks out. He's like, dude, I'm telling you, let's just do it. I'm like, all right, let's do it. And we did it. It sold out in 1 week.
Wow.
It was insane. It was literally insane.
Sometimes there is not a perception of how popular somebody is until you get in it. Because like sometimes I go to Spotify and look at the amount of plays something has.
It's crazy.
And I'm like,
it's insane.
that did 1 billion plays. So it is kind of hard to know. So you did, all right, so you're booking that one, it looks like. So at Ski Mask, you had like 3 months. What's your first thing as far as pushing it out to the world? Just social media or?
Yeah, it's all social media.
Okay.
The meta. I mean, you could take away radio. I mean, shout out to all the radio stations. I don't even know what they are, but shout out to Q109.
I don't even think
99.9.
I mean, I worked at Power for 10 years, and I don't even remember ads for shows in the last 5 years.
It's crazy.
Sure. Yeah, it's not even
a huge
thing.
disconnect that they are completely missing the boat on, which that's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just meta, man. Meta ads, learning. That's through marketing. That's what we did. Meta, the team at the Regency is really good. Our marketing team's really good. We have a full team.
Oh, okay.
I never had that before. It's always been just me, and that's another story also because I just recently went to the Regency, and now I'm just at the Regency. And before I would book different other places, but now there's really not another place that I want to book in Springfield because the venue is incredible. You've been in there, right?
Yeah.
What show?
One time, so I did a couple of shows. This guy named Bryce Vine was there when I worked at Power.
Oh, yeah.
And we did...
CEO.
Yeah. And I DJ'd before it, and then CEO DJ'd. I don't remember who of us went first, but... And he's a really good friend that I've worked with. Love him.
Darren's a good dude.
But not a lot. I haven't been there a lot. I'm definitely going to be coming now.
It's really cool.
You.
It's a really cool... I mean, we're very lucky to have this space. Like,
for sure.
I can't even...
we shut down for a while. And
I can't even begin to tell you how lucky, and I don't even think Springfield understands how lucky we are to have it. We went so long without having it.
Right.
And I was in that not having it where we would have had so many more artists here in Springfield if we would have had that room. It was Icon. You've been there for 10 years?
Yeah, that's, I think, what
Icon?
It was. I think that might have been what it was when, I don't know, when did it change over?
2015. So close.
Very close.
So, like, probably the end.
Yeah, it was very close, one of those two,
You might have caught one drum show at Icon. So, Icon, I don't know if you know, but in 83, 84, Gary, which is the owner, he bought the building, and it became the Regency.
Okay, gotcha.
It was the Regency from 83 to 98, I think. It was like an iconic venue. And I didn't know this at all. And then when I first moved here, it was Icon. I was like, oh, bro, this would be a cool space if it wasn't just a regular basic-ass bar.
Mm-hmm.
I would go in there and be like, I went there once or twice or whatever. Just check it out or whatever. And then fast forward 2016, this group from Salt Lake City came in and was like, yo, there's a huge need in Springfield for 1,000 cap, 850 cap room because we didn't have anything. They knew just by doing the research that Springfield's growing and we need that. And I've been saying, I was like, yo, the Outland's cool, but we can only do like 350 in there. So we're missing every show that plays Canes, every show that plays the pageant, they both play together. They could be playing here, but we don't have a room. The complex from Salt Lake City is called the Complex. If you look it up, Complex. They came into Springfield and they took over, and it was kind of wild because the whole time I was like, we need an 850 cap room. Mm-hmm. And that's exactly what they did. So they came from Salt Lake City, came into Springfield, and took over the whole space. And at first I was like, bro, these guys are competition. They're outbidding me for all the shows because they have 850 cap room and I only have a 300 cap room. And some of the contacts that I've been building.
Oh, I gotcha.
Some of the contacts I've been building are like, yo, Johan, I would love to do it, but dude, they offer me double what you offered me. I'm like, dude, they have all the money. I don't have, it's just me. It's not, I don't have that.
Gotcha.
And so I got kind of mad at it. And then this guy, Chris, which is the dude that was running it, would come to all the shows at the Outland and be like, yo, because they were failing miserably. And he'd be like, yo, we should do business. And he started bringing pizza and donuts, and those are the key to my heart. And then we became friends, but I'm like, yo, I'm not doing shows there because it's gonna interfere with what we're doing at the Outland. We had, I don't know if you heard of Get Dusted before with Crystal Method and
that one I don't know.
The drag thing was crazy. We was in the middle of that. It was going crazy. With selling out every week, and not every month, not every week, every month. And we built 2 stars. RuPaul Drag Race. Mm-hmm. 2 of them won RuPaul Drag Race.
Wow. That stuff does well here.
Insane. It was crazy. It was literally the coolest thing. I put whatever. Anyway, so he was like, yo, I need you to come to our room. And then we became friends. I'm like, all right, dude, fuck it. I'm gonna give you guys this. I'll meet your owner. The owner flew in from Salt Lake City. We met. We made this crazy deal, and they let me book. So I just started booking big shows. That's when we did DMX there. We did DMX played there. His final tour.
Wow!
I booked his final tour.
I did not know that. That's crazy.
I smoked a blunt with DMX. One of his last blunts. 6 months later, he died.
Wow!
Yeah, it's crazy. The only tag we have in that room is in the green room is DMX. His last tag.
Why do they call it a green room? I thought of that earlier.
Well, I think because people smoked weed in the green room.
You really think that's why?
Makes sense. That's where you could smoke at.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to do some research.
Chat.
All right. Well, look. That is not what I thought you were going to say. I mean, it's an interesting theory.
Think about it.
I mean, I guarantee that's what happens a lot.
I mean, it is. It's not even
right. Yeah,
sure.
Of course. But I just didn't think of that. Okay,
makes
gotcha.
Sense.
So
I don't know the answer though. Actually,
I didn't think you would, but it's still an interesting theory. So DMX, wow. So you guys still have something in the green room?
It was crazy. It was super crazy. It was awesome. We were really at the point where we're at now, but 2018,
wow,
19. We were at the point where, bro, we had for 2019 we had Little Pump and Suicide Boys contracted and booked in the parking lot in the back of the Regency. It was called the Complex.
Suicide Boys, they were big then, but
they're crazy now.
Yeah.
We had a contract, and we were on our way to like doing really really cool thing. We did Jelly Roll and Struggle Jennings. We sold it out. It was crazy.
Wow, these are
It was insane. It was literally it was like, okay, now I have a room and we can really cook. Mm-hmm. Before, I had a cool room, but there was a loading process. You had to go upstairs and up a ramp. It was just, this was legit. It was like the first real legit, like actually crazy, legit big venue I had. And that was 2019. And then Chris, the guy that was involved, the manager that was the brains behind the whole thing, he passed away. And R.I.P. Chris, super sad story. And then the whole thing it was done. I was like, wow, that was short-lived. And so I was at the Outland doing both. So I just continued to the Outland. Then COVID happened. And then I was like, oh, wow, this is even better. Now COVID's here, and we tried to fight through that. That was a whole nother story. And then the Outland went under. Finally, after like fighting for 4 or 5 years of trying to make it happen. It was really, really the hardest thing I've ever done, for sure. I got a backer to buy it. The whole deal, like, was involved with all the things, hiring and firing, and like the whole thing. Ran it 2 rooms, and we did the Odyssey downstairs. Really started building the electronic and doing rap and stuff. It was really cool. And then I went under, and then Gary, which is my partner now at Midwest Live, he decided he wanted to reopen up the Regency, and I had not stepped foot back in that place after Chris had passed away.
Okay.
And
when was this? When did the Regency?
2019 was whenever Chris passed away.
Oh, okay. When did Regency open again?
2 years ago.
Okay. I didn't think it had been
2.5, 3 years
long.
ago. And so
gotcha.
I never walked in the room since. And I had like 30 or 40 shows booked at the Outland when it closed down. And Gary reached out. He was like, yo, come over here and do your shows here.
Okay.
I was like, oh, that's nice, man. That way I don't have to cancel them. So I went over there and did my shows there, and it was the first time I walked into the room.
Okay.
Since the passing of my good friend. He became my good friend, Chris. And it was the same. Like, everything was the same. All the sound and all the lighting, everything was exactly the same. Like, what the world? They didn't even leave. And so because they broke the lease, they just kept everything instead of like
wow. So it had full sound,
full
everything?
sound, full
That's
lights,
crazy.
the whole deal. That's what's happening over there.
That's like tens of thousands of dollars.
Way more than tens, like hundreds of thousands.
Is it that crazy? Okay,
insane. Like the sound system there is literally insane. There's like 15 dual 18s just for bass.
Okay, so that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's a crazy.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's a cool space, man.
Yeah.
Like, every artist that goes there freaks out. They're like, "Yo, why haven't I heard of this room?" So very, very blessed and lucky to have that space because we never had that, and a lot of people don't realize that we never had that since I've been here for 27 years. We did not have that.
You also do some raves there, right?
Yeah, we do some raves there. Raves is like my specialty.
Like you did like a Shrek rave.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
What does that even exactly mean?
What I'll tell you what those Shrek raves and all these raves, SpongeBob raves, it was basically to dumb it down to the people in Springfield, Missouri. Because if you just say it's a rave or electronic, people are like, oh my God, I don't like that kind of music. I want to shake my ass or whatever. But you put Shrek on, they're like, oh my God, it's gonna be stupid. And it's a rave. We hardly play any, it's like we play some Shrek remixes, but it's a rave.
Yeah.
How many Shrek songs are you going to play for fucking
Well, that's what I was like, how deep can they go into that?
You do like some sound bites and you have Shrek people
some
come
visuals.
Up. Yeah, visuals. You have a photo booth. You have an onion eating contest. Like that
Did
kind
you
of
really do
Yeah,
that?
it was super dope. It's fun. And that started off at the Odyssey at the Outland. And it sold out. And it really brought a lot of people that would have never came. It brought them in. They're like, "Yo, this is so much cool."
That's what caught my attention to it.
Yeah.
Because it's really weird being a DJ. I've been sober for 10 years, and it has definitely kept me out of the watching scene, and that's really what it's like.
Makes sense.
Because of that, I haven't gone to many shows because it's not even necessarily that it makes me want to drink or do drugs. It just. When I'm DJing, I'm in those scenarios, I have something to like do where I'm just like standing there. It's kind of like it made me have a little disconnect with it.
Makes sense.
When you're DJing, how long have you DJed first of all? Did you start like on records?
Yeah, actually.
Because I started right after that. I mean, I've always been like digital. I started in Tractor and now I'm Pioneer. But what do you DJ now? Like EDM?
Well, yeah,
I'm sure
I like
you can
house
DJ
music.
everything.
I mean, I can DJ everything, but I've always liked electronic and house music. My best friend moved back into Springfield after 11 and a half years. We used to do all this stuff together. And I don't have a lot of time to do.
You guys did like essentially
the underground.
Say it again.
We ran the underground. Like we had a warehouse space. We did the dub fix.
I didn't know if you meant like you DJ'd where it was like two of you each had like a deck and you kind of went back and forth, or if you meant the promotion side.
No, just like the promotion side. And he just moved back like 11. He's been gone for 11 and a half years. And now he can run that part of it. I don't have time. I'm so busy over there at the Regency all the time, nonstop. I'm there every day working on bookings and working on marketing and working on promotions and literally everything. And so now we bring it back to Underground, which is a new event that we started called Crush, which is crushing. It's really cool. It's a really cool thing.
And when is that? What is that?
It's once a month. It's called Crush. And it's just like what got me into it when I was 13 and 14, 12. I used to go to raves in New Orleans and it just got me back into it. But more of a safe space because like I have kids that
you don't want.
I don't want that to be a thing.
You don't want to be handing out the ecstasy when you walk in the door. Here,
we ain't
sir.
doing that. We're not doing that. So, like,
as a PS, when I went to see Grateful Dead with John Mayer, I got offered drugs at least 5 times within the first 100 yards from my car.
That's the Grateful Dead way.
It was like the guys had some like big balloons with a like thing, which I don't even know what that was. Nitrous. I was like, okay, there we go. And then they had that makes sense. That's what it was. But just wow, I was like, yeah, that's some easy drug getting right there.
I grew up in the 90s, man. I went to my first rave when I was 12. And I've always liked it ever since. And here there was never that. And so we restarted it. And it's really cool. We have a cool space. It's called Crush. It's really cool. If you go to Springfield, Spring Good Official, it's really cool. And then we started another thing. These are things I could have never done because I didn't have time.
Yeah.
We started a new thing as well. Two things. One's for adults more. It's 21 and up. It's called No Signal, and it's in the basement of the Moxie. And we just play minimal house.
That I want to come to.
Super
for sure.
cool, man.
I used to hate that, like deep house, minimal house.
Now you love it.
I get it now. It just that's the type of music. I think
that's the promo.
Sweet.
That's
okay. Now that you say this, I've seen this like logo. Now
No
that
Signal.
you say it, yeah.
It's all over the place.
EDM is a really weird thing to explain to people that don't get it because at first it's very obnoxious, I think. Like at first you're like, what is the deal?
Especially in Springfield.
Yeah. Because, man, I got to play a lot of EDM when I lived in Tulsa, and I didn't realize that would just go away here. I got to play like an EDM party about 3 months ago where they only wanted just EDM. They wanted to be like a mini
rave.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Not as crazy, but like that was the first time I really got to play EDM in a long time. I mean, I just would consider myself mixed format, but that being said, I'm going to go to whatever is like working on the dance floor, and just unfortunately that doesn't really push normal places. Like I play at Shot Shack, and like those people, it just, a lot of them, they just don't want to hear it.
They don't want to hear that stuff.
I know.
They want to hear something they know.
Yeah.
So the No Signal is my favorite. The Crush is cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's more for the kids, like 18, 19, 20, a place to just come and like really just get loose and like not be judged. Not, you can wear what you want to wear. That's the whole point of a rave. To me, it's like everyone's accepted, and I think it's really important.
Yeah, expression.
Super important for people that don't have a place where they fit in. This place is where everybody fits in.
Yep.
And it's a safe space, which is super important. But,
define that really quick.
What do you mean?
Just safe space. Yeah.
Safe space. Like if there's anybody like messing with you, like you can find us, security, we'll kick them out. Like everyone knows this is not like a place where you come and try to like grind on a girl and touch, like all these clubs downtown. Not saying any names, but like you know
who you are.
You know what I mean. You know what I mean.
But like no matter what your gender, your
space,
ethnicity,
man.
like whatever,
transgender, it doesn't even matter what you are. Come as you are, please.
Yep.
We it doesn't matter, and people can just be that way, and they can dress how they want.
Yep.
It's really cool, man.
I love that.
I'm old. I'm for sure too old for it. For sure, I really am. I already know because I get tired real easy. But I think it's an important thing whenever there's a lot of people that come together and they all in one unite, and I can DJ for them, and everybody just enjoys it. And I think that's why I still do it.
What do you think? I thought of this earlier. What do you think the best part of getting older is, and what do you think is the worst part?
The worst part, I think the worst part is if you have kids, because it gets really sad. Like right now, it gets really sad because my son's graduating and I don't know what's going to happen. And, it's just like, it gets sad because, people start dying, like moms and dads start dying. Yeah. And you just gotta get ready for it.
Right.
You get ready for people dying. Really, that's really what the worst part of it is.
So what's the best?
The best part is the knowledge you have from whenever the beginning. Just like
it does kind of feel like a good trade-off, doesn't it? Because like your body starts like failing you in certain ways, but your wisdom grows, and it's like. It's a
if I could just stay right here, I'd be good.
Same.
Let me just stay right here. I'm good.
Same.
I'm good right here.
I'm like fine with right where I am.
I'm good.
And I would, but it definitely, and I have also realized having a 14-year-old daughter that lingo, whatever you want to call it, slang, is meant to exclude older people. That's like literally
1,000%
why it is invented.
They do it really
so
well.
Your parent doesn't know what you're talking about, essentially. And that was a real weird one for me. I was not expecting to get kind of boxed out in that way.
Yeah, you just gotta get on TikTok.
Yeah.
You just gotta get on TikTok, the trends and all those things.
Yeah.
And I try to keep up with them, but
so we were talking about Crush, which was the younger one, and then
No Signal's sick. It's the coolest thing I've done in a long time. It's me and my partner. We have a visual designer. Have you been in the basement of the Moxie?
I don't think
it's insane. It's literally the coolest room by far in Springfield. By far. It's in the basement. You go into the hotel.
I didn't even know it was there. So
it's sick. I went in there one time. Shout out to Verse. He does a refinery thing that's open mic. That's the coolest open mic in town that I've been to. It's really cool. It's called Refinery. And I went to one of his, and I kind of knew that I should probably do some stuff on the rooftop. And then I knew there was a jazz bar down there. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I should go check that out. And then I went to the Refinery, and I was like, yo, we got to do, because we have a bunch of cool lighting and a bunch of cool sound. It's like, we got to, it has to be
How many
here.
people fit
We
in there?
can only do 100.
Okay.
That's it.
That's cool, though.
That's it. We sold out the last one. It's going to sell out every time. It's super cool. We have
When is it? Once a week?
Once a month.
Okay, once a month.
Once a month. That's it.
Because I was like, they're selling out once, but still 100 people. That sounds amazing. I'm
very
coming next
exclusive.
time for sure.
Very exclusive. 21 and up. Very exclusive. The people that get it, the people that, that want a different experience, that don't want to go to a club with 17-year-olds and 16-year-olds, which is not. I mean, that's what we do. It's fine. They need a place to go too, but like, I don't want to. That's not what I want to be around.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. So whenever we do our shows, I'm like in the back or in the basement. Whenever it's always show. I'm just too old for all that. I'll DJ them because, I'm good at it and they need me to DJ, but Have you always DJ'd more electronic? Yeah, never been a hip hop DJ. Okay. I leave that for Platinum and DJP and CEO. I feel like I felt like right in the middle because like I said, I got to kind of start in the EDM world in Tulsa, and then moving here, I was completely open genre or whatever you want to call it. And then just you get to a point where at this point, now working at the radio, you can make some pretty good money DJing. Oh, yeah, you just don't necessarily get to play what you want. And if you're cool with that, there's some good money to be made. You just are not going to get to drop this new gym you found. Like, you're going to be playing Flow Ride Low. That's why we start. That's why we do our own. Yep. Because there is no place to play this other stuff. I'm not trying to do a wedding. I'm not. So many friends ask me to do weddings. I'm not really even a DJ, to be quite honest. I enjoy doing it. I've been doing it for a long time, but let the kids do that. But this no signal thing is really cool. I really, really enjoy playing intelligent house music. Cool. For people that get it, with a good sound system, good lighting, it's really cool. Check it out. Yeah, definitely. You have to check it out. Yeah, for sure. It's sick. All right, let's go through some lightning round quick questions. All right, who's your favorite artist, band, group of all time? Dead or alive. Is that an answer or is it a question? Dead or alive? Oh. Like, which one? I was like, is that a band that I've never heard of? It is a good name. I would say, let's go with one of each. All right, Dead would be Prince. For sure, Prince. I think he's the best artist ever. Okay. I truly do. I mean, he invented sex, so. He invented sex? Yeah, I fuck with Prince. Yeah. Prince is awesome. Fan. Prince is awesome. I had a Prince and Michael Jackson debate the other day. I was like, you can't even, for all his allegations, you can't even put them. Dude. It's not even a thing anymore. Let's get that. Can you even I don't know, I'm white, so all my black friends separate the art from the artist. I can't do it with him. It's hard. I can't do it for him because it's really hard. I truly saw that HBO documentary where insane, where one person who was defending him was like, yeah, I was just he definitely raped me tons of times. I watched it, and so after I watched that, I was so convinced that I'm like, I need to know if they skewed this story. So I found this podcast. It was two black men that were like, listen, we grew up on this. No one wants to believe that this guy is a pedophile less than us. We are going into it hoping the story is wrong. Yeah. And they went through a 10-part episode of every detail, and it's worse than that documentary. It's like he paid, I think, 60 or 70 million. It's one of those two out in where you're accused of something, you can pay it out in court and then sign an NDA. 60 or 70 million, 10 million to each child. And some of the stuff that was proofs, they could literally, the craziest one was two of the kids were able to draw freckles on his penis. That's level. I did not know that. It was like, this stuff gets
it's underneath an NDA, so it's like it can't be used against him. Whoa. But it's just, anyways, I can't separate with him.
Yeah, so I'm Prince. I'm all the way Prince.
Yep.
So Prince.
I went real deep on that.
Damn, that was deep. So Prince would be my number one, and then probably my second one would be Blood Orange.
Okay.
I love Blood Orange a lot. I think he's the closest we'll get to Prince.
That's
my favorite.
That's one that I actually have just known a song very recently. So that's not an artist I knew.
So good. I drove to Dallas to see him, which I don't drive that much.
I've been really liking Malcolm Todd a lot lately.
Sick.
It's it definitely bedroom pop, but I found out that I found out some artists yesterday. Gracie Abrams is J.J. Abrams' daughter. Did not know that.
I didn't know that either.
Then it was like Malcolm Todd and his sister. I can't remember who she is, but their dad like wrote all of Scrubs and wrote all. And it was all of these people, and it was a guy just saying like nepotism in music is about that, and in Hollywood is definitely where it is still very, very active.
True.
All right, so we got that. Who would be your absolute dream booking for Regency, number one?
At Regency.
Mm-hmm. So it has to be something realistic.
Yeah, realistic.
Yeah. Trying to think who I think would be so good there.
I think Blood Orange. I think he might be too big for it now, so I'd be at the Shrine.
What's your craziest green room story?
I mean,
or the craziest request somebody had.
I mean, DMX is crazy. I don't know that it gets even crazier than that.
Smoking a blunt with DMX in the green room.
So this is a pretty cool story. We had a prayer circle with DMX because he has a prayer circle every show. He said,
would have never guessed that.
He leads the prayer. You heard his music, you heard his albums. Everything has prayers in the beginning of them.
Still,
like,
wow.
Father God, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Every single one of them. And so, yeah, he would not go up until we did a prayer circle. So it was my camera guy, Chris, and a couple other people, and we got in a circle, and my camera guy's filming, and he stops in the middle of it. He stops. He's like, "Make sure not to get that girl in this clip." And we were like, "What?" Because he was married. And he was like, don't. And so we had to make sure not to get this girl in the prayer circle, so that way he didn't get in trouble back at home. And he let it, and it sounded exactly like DMX.
Wow.
It was a prayer, Father God. I mean, exactly like a DMX album.
Wow. And so luckily you can let that story go now, because
you're
safe to go with that.
DMX's wife, he was cheating on you.
Yeah. We got an exclusive. Oh,
for
man.
sure.
What's your biggest pet peeve?
Man,
that's a tough question, isn't it?
I don't really have any.
You don't?
I'm so chill, man. This is it's a weird thing. Like,
I feel like I'm pretty chill, but I got a lot of pet peeves.
It's whatever, man. People just do what they want to do. There's a lot of things I hate. I don't like.
Right.
But that's not really a pet peeve.
Well, yeah, that's like stuff like racism. Or something.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, yeah, that's not a pet
homophobic,
peeve.
racism,
right, yeah, same.
Donald Trump. I mean, I don't know. We can keep going on that. But like,
dude, coming from small town Oklahoma, homophobia bothered me.
So crazy.
From the jump. I never felt like I was gay. I just felt a connection to somebody wanting to be themselves.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a connection that I've had my whole life, to the point that I don't get it when people don't get it.
Be who you are.
Yep.
Well, it's not bugging anybody
biggest
else.
thing. Yep. All right. I like that answer, actually. Okay. If you got $5 million, because I'm already digging your whip.
Yeah.
Pretty.
$5 million.
That's not in. That's pretty nice, but $5 million, single thing. I mean, you don't have to spend the whole $5 million.
Okay, so if I had $5 million, what would I do?
Yeah, like for me, I would probably get like a Lamborghini Urus. Would probably my.
Oh, a car? You talking
that
about?
would probably be. You just have up to $5 million.
I have to buy a car with it?
No. You can buy anything. Buy a house. You could buy like a, limited edition baseball card. You can get. I just had somebody say that one.
If I had $5 million,
mm-hmm.
I would take a couple of it. And invest, obviously.
No,
not
it's not a good answer.
But yeah, no,
this has to be.
But that's really what I would do. But I would $5 million. I would.
People keep trying to save the money.
Yeah, I would invest it and make it double in a couple months.
I told you these questions were hard.
$5 million. I don't even know. I would build a cool venue in Springfield.
Okay, that's good. We can accept that.
For
That'd
sure.
be great. That'd be a great.
Like what I want, which would be insane.
Do you have a very unpopular opinion
On anything?
Yeah. These are all just, that's why I sent them. I'm telling you, these are very hard to just cough up answers on. I had a couple people in my first few episodes that just rolled them off the top of their head, and I was like, wow.
That's crazy.
But no, we'll keep going. What's your favorite TV show ever?
I don't really watch TV.
Okay. You watch movies?
I can't.
Okay.
I like A24 movies. Any A24 movie. During COVID, I went crazy and I watched like 30 of them, and I'm like obsessed with all of them. I don't know
Best production company.
Insane.
Easily.
They just find the right stuff.
Yep.
So I really like that. I mean, I watched Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones. I watched all those things. You know.
What do you do
really
mostly?
cool.
Like, what's your day consist of?
Well, I have 2 kids, so I'm a dad first before all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a dad. That's the most important thing. And so I make sure they're good. Every day I work at the Regency.
Do you like go in and do just like
an office every day? Every single day I'm in there like booking, like going over offers with my partner. And
it's honestly nice to have a place to go and do that, because like
I
working
can do it from home.
I have
sure.
to invent reasons to leave the home.
For real.
Like, because you do just kind of, it's not always great.
Yeah, it's really cool. We have a cool office down there in the basement. It's really neat. But yeah, man, I listen to a lot of music.
Mm-hmm.
I'm always working. I'm never not working. Even right now, like, I got emails coming in from bookings and
you have a huge business of just like making connections. I mean, would you say that's at the end of the day your number one skill?
I'm
just
a good connector.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a really good connector. Connecting people, connecting artists, connecting businesses, connecting just everything.
That's honestly kind of something that I want to doing this is I want to be like a planet of gravity of just like bringing people together of like, I know this guy and I know this guy, because it is fun
connecting
to like connect. It is a great thing. And I've met a lot of people that do kind of this same thing there who make their way to me.
Just connectors,
and
man.
you had several people suggested that I have you on. So
oh, cool. Yeah. Awesome.
I had several. So I think Jamie was one of them, but there's been at least 2 other people. So, well, that we're gonna just look at this camera. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's good.
Pretty good wrap right there.
Yeah, it's good.
So Johan Collins, you can find him on social media at J Collins. Is that on everything?
Yeah, it's Springgood. Springgood is the company Midwest. On Instagram, Springgood, but J Collins is my personal one. You can find all the stuff that we do on Springgood and at the Regency.
Cool. I look forward to coming to
No Signal.
I'll be at that
That's
one.
the one,
sure.
man. I'm telling you,
because I'm looking forward to that big time.
That's a really cool one. But yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Great talking to you.
Pleasure's
all right, let's
all mine.
wave goodbye.
Peace out.